Hey guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will see what if strong Naruto hates his family council bashing last part. If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments. After a week of training, Naruto wakes up in his bed and finds a note by his bedside. His pups are sleeping on the bed with him feeling comfortable around him. Naruto looks at the note and it reads, Naru-chan, me and the senseis wanted you to rest and conserve your strength until we get back from defeating Zabuza at the bridge. I know that you'll just teleport to the bridge just to help, but we want you to guard the house so that no one can harm Tsunami and In. Please Naru-chan, do this for me? Your mother Kushina. Naruto sighs and says, guess they want me to be the secret weapon. Well, I may need to teach them a lesson when it comes to comrades. And then he hears a scream. Naruto jumps up and looks outside and sees In standing up to Gato's thugs as they have Tsunami hostage. Naruto gets pissed off, foolish thugs. I can easily defeat them, he thought. But one of the thugs has a sword that Naruto feels power from. The gray-haired thug is holding that sword that has power. Naruto uses his telepathy on the sword. To his surprise it's the Tessaiga. How did he find a legendary weapon from my clan? I need to get it away from him, he thought in shock. In charges at the thugs that have her mother hostage. The thugs go in for the kill, ignoring the cries of Tsunami to leave In alone. When the thugs get into striking position, they try to slash In down but someone else blocks their way. Naruto had teleported between In and the thugs. You two have made the biggest mistake of your lives, and you, he said, but he said the last part to the gray-haired one. You have something that belongs to my clan, I'd like it back. He finished. The power that Naruto was radiating made In go unconscious. You mean this useless thing? He asked arrogantly, and then Naruto just teleports in front of him and stabs him in the chest with his katana. The Tessaiga is a weapon that only a member of my clan can wield, said Naruto as he gets Tessaiga from the man. You'll pay for killing him, brat. I'll kill you and then go for the lady there, said the other thug, making Tsunami widen her eyes in fear. But Naruto unsheaths Tessaiga and swings at him as Tessaiga takes a different form as the blade becomes huge. He sliced the thug's head off. Naruto sheaths Tessaiga as it goes back to sealed form. He goes to Tsunami and frees her. Thank you Naruto, she said, and Naruto says, no problem. Naruto was about to head towards the bridge, until Tsunami grabs his hand, turns him around and just slams her lips onto his. This surprised Naruto as no woman did this to him. They separate and Naruto says, wasn't expecting that, and Tsunami with a blush says, I'm sorry Naruto, but I love you. That shocked Naruto even more. He then smiles, thank you Tsunami-chan, I really appreciate that. He said, Naruto-kun, I overheard the thugs say that there are females being shipped to Gato from other countries. Please save them so they don't suffer a fate worse than death. She pleaded to him. Naruto then gets angry, damn that little man to hell. I'll make him suffer for that, he growled, making Tsunami shiver with lust and want. Go get em, said Tsunami with determination, and Naruto grins and teleports to the river after he makes a shadow clone to protect Tsunami, In and the pups, and sees the boat with 4 females that are beautiful to his eyes. One was blonde with a Kumo headband, dark eyes and Anbu-style clothing. Another has dark skin with green hair and orange eyes. She was also wearing a white short sleeveless midriff with a fishnet armor under it. Long white armlets and fishnet shorts with a short white apron skirt over it. The third one has long reddish-brown hair under a bandana, bluish-green eyes and a mole under her left eye, adding more beauty to her. The last one has long orange hair, brown eyes, wearing a gray vest and a pair of brown knee-length shorts. Naruto growls at this. He absolutely despised rapists and Gato was so going to die for this. Naruto uses his magnetism manipulation on the boat and it levitates into the air, and then Naruto crushes it after making a shadow clone to get the 4 females off the boat. The girl with blonde hair says, thank you so much for saving us. Naruto smiles at them. You're welcome, he said. The smile he gave them made them blush a little. Who are you? Asked the green-haired girl. I am Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. I'm also the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, said Naruto, making their eyes widen. This is the son of the Yondaime Hokage. I am Yugito ni, Jinchuriki of the Nibi, said the blonde girl. I'm Fu, Jinchuriki of the Nanabi, said the green-haired girl. I'm Amaru, An apprentice doctor, said the reddish-brown-haired girl. I'm Sasama Fuma, a former member of the Fuma clan, until I was banished, said the orange-haired girl. Banished? How did that happen? Asked Naruto, and Sasama says, because I went against the beliefs that the rest of the Fuma clan members had when they joined Orochimaru. And Naruto says, I'm sorry to hear that. And Sasama smiles. Thank you, she said sweetly. Okay, now I gotta get to the bridge, said Naruto, and the girls get confused. Why? Asked Amaru. Because my teammates are up there. They're fighting Zabuza Momochi and I need to assist them. Explained Naruto. Can we come? We can offer backup, asked Fu, and Naruto says, sure, I appreciate the help. He holds out his hand and they grab on and he teleports to the bridge. At the bridge before Naruto woke up, Kakashi and his fellow team members are on the bridge with Tazuna. We need to be ready, we don't know what they'll be planning, said Kakashi, and Sasuke just grunts. They won't last against me, I'm an Uchiha, an elite. He boasts. The others groan, oh boy. He's gonna get us killed if he keeps on bragging about his clan being so great. They thought. What? Gasped Tazuna in shock at what he saw. All the bridge builders are on the ground unconscious. What happened here? They're on the ground? Asked Kakashi in confusion. Then he notices the mist appearing. Oh no, he thought. Everyone into position, we're not alone. He orders, and they get into position and hear a voice all too familiar. Well Kakashi, we meet again. And I hope your little genin are going to fight this time. That Naruto boy is worthy of being a swordsmaster and a worthy opponent. Kakashi and the other senseis are shivering in fear. He wants to fight Naru-chan. He just wants to settle the score with him. Thought Kushina in worry. Sasuke is shaking and then Zabuza says, well, looks like one of your genin is shaking in their shoes. I guess he's afraid that he'll lose. And Sasuke says, I'm not shaking from fear. I'm shaking with excitement. The senseis look at him and think, bullshit, he's scared. Well Haku, guess you can get the so-called Uchiha elite, said Zabuza. As you wish Zabuza-sama, said Haku, and she charges at Sasuke while Sasuke charges her. Haku and Sasuke clash with Kunai and Senbon. You've gotten better Uchiha, she said, and Sasuke says, this is nothing, nobody can stop an Uchiha. And Haku narrows her eyes under her mask. You believe that because of your Sharingan, your clan is unstoppable by copying other jutsu, such arrogance, she said in annoyance. Sasuke snarls. Don't insult my clan you nobody, and Haku says, well, someone is being more arrogant, you see, I have two tools in gaining the advantage. Number one is that we're surrounded by water, and second is that you only have one free hand to defend yourself. She smirks under her mask as she lifts her left hand into a hand sign. Sasuke's eyes widen in shock. What, using one hand? He thought in surprise. Haku then goes through some hand signs with one hand. Kakashi and the other Konoha ninjas are in shock at this, hand signs with a single hand. I've never seen that before, thought Kakashi in shock. Haku finishes up the hand signs and says, secret jutsu. 1,000 needles of death, and then 1,000 water needles appear from the water surrounding them aiming right at Sasuke. Sasuke then goes into a one-handed hand sign and thinks, remember the training. Just focus and wait for the perfect moment. The needles now move full speed at him and he dodges, and Sasuke says, that won't get me, and Haku says, cocky aren't you? Well let's see your Sharingan stop this. And she makes a hand sign that looks like the tiger hand sign except the middle fingers are going around the pointer fingers. While this is going on, Zabuza is facing the Jonins while the Genins are protecting Tazuna. Well, never thought that I get to face you four in battle again, said Zabuza with a grin. We know you're wanting to fight Naruto, but he's not here so you'll just have to fight us, said Kakashi, and Zabuza laughs. Guess we'll just have to fight until Naruto gets here, he said. Sasuke is in a bind. Haku has made a dome of ice mirrors. Hey, I can see a lot of myself. I like this attack. Hey there handsome, he said in humor. Haku says, glad you like it, but this is your end, secret jutsu. Demonic ice mirrors. And she goes into one of the mirrors and then she appears on every mirror. Oh, my god. Now I can only see her. I hate this attack now, said Sasuke in sadness. Well, it looks like there's no way out of this Uchiha. Guess I win this fight, said Haku, and she then throws some senbon needles at Sasuke, who dodges and goes to a different spot of the dome. Kakashi was watching the entire time. I couldn't even copy the jutsu. Why is that? I saw the hand signs, then that means. He thought until seconds later a look of realization moves rapidly onto his face. Of course. A Kekkei Genkei, declared Kakashi, and Zabuza smiles. Exactly, he said. Sakura then asks, a what? And Kakashi says, a bloodline limit. It's a secret jutsu from different clans. Then that means? Asked Sakura again. Yes, not even I can copy that jutsu. Said Kakashi, I can't copy the jutsu based from a Kekkei Genkei, but Naruto can, he thought. Then all of a sudden, bamf, and from it come Naruto and 4 others, and Kakashi thinks in shock. What's he doing here and not at the house? And Naruto says, I have a shadow clone at the house protecting the others. Kakashi thinks again, damn it, forgot that he can read minds. Naruto-kun, who are those 4 with you? Asked Natsuki with confusion. I'll explain later, we have a battle to win. Said Naruto. Naruto looks at the girls behind him and says, stay here. I need to help Mr. Arrogant over there. The girls giggle at that and nod. Naruto with a bamf teleports into the dome. Sasuke and Haku are in shock at this. How did you get in here? Asked Haku in disbelief that he somehow got in. Not telling, said Naruto, and then he gets into meditation state. What are you doing, Dobi? This is no time for screwing around. Shouted Sasuke, and Naruto then calmly says, Shadow Clone Jutsu. And then 14 shadow clones appear and they charge at the mirrors. As this happens, Haku then begins to mirror jump. But unfortunately for her, Naruto was using his telepathy the entire time to track her down. He then teleports in front of Haku and throws her out the dome, and the dome of ice mirrors collapses after Naruto gets Sasuke out. How were you able to do that? No one can stop my jutsu? Asked Haku in shock, and Naruto says, sorry Haku-chan. But it's us less against me. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a score to settle with Zabuza. Naruto then teleports towards Zabuza to fight him, leaving a seething Sasuke and Haku, who was blushing under her mask at the name he gave her. Naruto appears between the senseis and Zabuza. Zabuza grins at this. He now has his chance to settle the score with the brat that almost defeated him. Well, looks like we have a new arrival and I get to fight him to settle this once and for all. He said with a crazed grin. Naru-chan, get out of here. You won't be able to defeat Zabuza this time, he's gotten stronger. Kushina cried out, and Naruto looks at her with a look that says, are you kidding me? Watch me, he challenged. Naruto turns his attention towards Zabuza and brings out Nejibana. Never thought that I would use Nejibana in battle against you again. Said Naruto, and Zabuza says, you are indeed worthy of the title of Weapons Master, so let's do this. Naruto charges and so does Zabuza. They clash and clash. Zabuza then does some hand signs and calls out, Water Style. Water Dragon Jutsu. And a huge dragon of water appears and charges Naruto, who is going through hand signs himself. Earth Style. Mud Wall. He called out and a wall of rock appears from the ground blocking the water dragon. The wall is destroyed along with the water dragon. And Naruto does more hand signs, Water Style. Water Bomb Jutsu. He called out and sends out a water ball the size of a 6-foot boulder at Zabuza. Zabuza dodges and then was about to do more hand signs when all of a sudden, the sound of clapping was heard. They turn and see the midget known as Gato. Young man did quite an impressive job on you, didn't he, Zabuza? He said. He has a smirk on his face. But however, I must say that I'm disappointed, he said, and Naruto reads his mind. He saw Gato having both the Tessaiga and the Tenseiga as trophies and gave the Tessaiga to one of his thugs as a reward. He also saw that he also raped a lot of women in Wave for his pleasure and saw everything that he did to the Wave village. And the most shocking memory that he saw was that Gato is a servant of Akuma Shadu Oka and he killed In's adopted father Kaiza. Naruto begun to get angry at this and thinks, he is the most vile, most twisted and most disgusting pig that I have ever read the mind of. Well, Zabuza, this time I have a different choice for what I'm gonna do with you. Said Gato as he grinned evilly, and then says, you are going to die here on this bridge. And Zabuza widens his eyes at this. What? He asked in shock. You see, shinobi as assassins costs a lot of money, and to make it less expensive I'll have non-shinobi assassins kill you. Explained Gato. The thugs cheer and Gato continues. Well, guess the teenager has the great Zabuza defeated and has made you look gentle as a wet kitten. And the thugs laugh at the insult at Zabuza as the said man is seething in anger at being betrayed. Well, Kakashi and the rest of you. Looks like we're no longer enemies, now we have the same enemy. Said Zabuza, and Kakashi says, looks like it, and Naruto says, you have something that belongs to my clan. I would like the sword back. And Gato says, oh, you mean the Tenseiga? I figured that an Uzumaki would get them back so that the world would be peaceful again. You're a servant of Akuma, aren't you? Asked Naruto, and Gato grins like a madman and says, so, you figured it out. Lord Akuma promised me immortality if I can gather the legendary weapons of the Uzumaki clan and use them to unseal him from the black coffin of eternal slumber. And Naruto says, you won't get away with this, Gato. And then Gato says, well, guess I'll just take away another thing that an Uzumaki holds dear. I'll start by killing that pale-eyed girl. And he sends a blast of violet energy from his hand at Hinata. Hinata couldn't move. It was like the power of the blast was keeping her in place, and Naruto luckily used teleportation to get near her. No, Hinata! He cried out and shields her from the blast. As the blast collides with him, his body then changes, blocking the blast so that Hinata was safe and sound. As the light died down, everyone can see that Naruto's body looked different. It looked like crystals. Wow, look at him, said Natsuki in awe at what she saw. The impact of the blast caused Naruto's ponytail to come undone and just fall freely like Kushina's hair does. Naruto then suddenly feels a lot of pain in his head. Ah! He cried out in pain as he clutched his head in agony. Hinata runs to him. Naruto-kun? She asked in worry. Naruto looks at his body in surprise. My body? What's happened to it? He asked in surprise. Kakashi is in shock. He has never seen something like this before. It's like a diamond body. He whispered in awe. Gato is shocked at this and shouts, that won't save you. Let's see that power stop this. He shoots a stronger blast at them. Naruto looks and holds his hands out to block, and it reflects it like a shield. You never manifested these powers before? Asked Kushina in shock, and Naruto cries out, no. The genin are staring with looks of awe at this. Well, except for Sasuke and Kiba, they are looking at this in hate. Why does he have such power? It should belong to an elite like me. Thought Sasuke in anger, and Kiba thinks, that's like a shield. Why don't I have it? Would I could be the alpha in Konoha. Sakura then feels some pain in the back of her head. The senseis see this and rush to her. Sakura. What's wrong? Asked Anko in worry, and Sakura says, my head hurts and I don't know why. And Kushina examines her head and notices a glow on the back of her neck. Kushina looks at her neck and sees something that makes her blood boil. It was a seal, and Kushina says, I see the problem, Sakura has a seal. And every sensei looks at her in shock, and Sakura says, but how do I have a seal? I don't ever remember getting it? Kushina examines it even farther and notices another seal. She doesn't have one seal, she has two. She said, what kind of seals are they? Asked Kakashi, and Kushina says, a memory suppression seal and a true personality suppression seal. And they look at Kushina in shock and horror. Naruto however heard this and says, guess someone wanted her to be an Uchiha fangirl to get the Sharingan into the family. And Kushina says, but Kazashi would never do that, he doesn't know those seals. Then, gasp, Mebuki. She snarled Mebuki's name. Stop ignoring me, alright then, I'll triple the pay for anyone who can kill them, but leave the women. They'll do nicely to replace the other women that never got to me for pleasure. Snarled Gato in anger as the thugs cheer and begin to charge. But then an arrow shoot from behind the group, and there was the entire Wave Village armed to the teeth, and their leading the mob was in. There's one little problem, if you think you can just walk into our village and just take what you want to Gato, then you'll have to go through us. Shouted in, and the rest of the villagers cheer. Tazuna has tears of joy in his eyes. The entire village, they've come. He said happily. The thugs have looks of shock on their faces, and Gato shouts, I'll quadruple the pay if you can kill them all. And they cheer and charge. Naruto tries his telepathy while still in the form, and to his surprise it doesn't work. Damn it, my telepathy doesn't work in this form, I need to try something else. He thought in anger. He tries teleportation to get them all one by one. Much to his displeasure, teleportation doesn't work either. Oh come on. Teleportation doesn't work either. Please have magnetism manipulation work. He thought desperately. He tries magnetism manipulation on their weapons, and to his relief it worked. The weapons then stop and turn to stab the wielders in the mob of thugs. "Whoa, what's happening?" cried out one of the thugs, and another cries out, "My weapon's trying to stab me." The rest are crying out in fear to get away from their own weapons to avoid their own demise. But after a couple seconds, they are stabbed by their own weapons, and now, Gato stood alone. Naruto's body goes back to normal and starts to walk towards him. Gato gets afraid and cries out, "Please, don't kill me, I'll do what you want." And Naruto then asks, "Can you bring back In's father? Can you bring back the people you killed to get those 2 swords?" And Gato says, "No, I can't do that." And then Naruto gets Tessaiga out, shocking everyone. Naruto grins and says, "Killing is one of the things that I really despise, but I will not regret this kill." He swings Tessaiga and off comes Gato's head. Naruto then makes 100 shadow clones. "Alright, I want you to raid Gato's hideout and get the Tenseiga back from there." He orders them and they nod, and then they teleport to Gato's place to begin the raid. "Why are you sending them to raid Gato's hideout?" asked Kakashi in confusion, and Naruto says, "He had the Tessaiga and Tenseiga all this time until I took Tessaiga back from him, and the rest of the reason is that since Tazuna couldn't pay off an A- rank mission, I've decided to get Gato's money to APY it off so that Tazuna is off the hook." Tazuna has tears of joy in his eyes. "How much money did Gato have, Naru-chan?" asked Kushina, and Naruto says, "Gato has a total amount of 65 million yen. I'll be giving the rest to Wave so they can be happy again." The sensei's jaws drop at this and Sasuke is angry at this. "Naruto-kun, you said that you would say who these 4 are," said Natsuki, and Naruto says, "They were getting shipped to Gato for his own sick pleasure. That was until I stopped it in time." "Who are they?" asked Satsuki. "The blonde girl is Yugito Ni. She's the Jinchuriki of the Nibi and a Kunoichi of Kumo," said Naruto, with Yugito nodding. "The green-haired girl is Fu. She's the Jinchuriki of the Nanabi and is also a Kunoichi of Taki." Naruto continued. Fu nodded with a smile. "The girl with reddish-brown hair is Amaru. She's an apprentice doctor, until she was betrayed by her own master." Amaru feels hurt at being betrayed by the one person she admired, and the girl with orange hair is Sasama Fuma. She was the princess of the Fuma clan until they banished her for going against a belief that Orochimaru would make their clan stronger. Naruto finished while Sasama nodded. That made the sensei's eyes widen at the mention of Orochimaru. "Alright, let's get back to the house where everything can be explained easier," said Kurenai, getting nods from the others. A week later, the bridge was complete. During the week, Kiba tried to flirt and hit on Yugito, Fu, Amaru and Sasama and always got rejected, and to his discomfort they went to Naruto because they felt comfortable around him. The 4 girls would always be seen with Naruto when walking in town, either staying very close to him like how Amaru and Sasama were doing, or clinging to him like Yugito and Fu did. Naruto had a look at the seals on Sakura's neck and decided to let Hiruzen know about it, and either way, some people in Konoha are in trouble. Sasuke had demanded the Nejibana, Tessaiga and Tenseiga along with the jutsu that Naruto knew to be handed over, but Naruto just told him to go away. When Sasuke tried to use his Sharingan on him to get him to change his mind, Naruto copied the Sharingan and just told him that if he ever used the Sharingan on him again, then he would be in serious trouble. Naruto also took care of his wolf pups. Yugito, Fu, Amaru and Sasama squealed and tried to cuddle them like what happened with the other girls, but Naruto did the same thing to stop them. He used his telepathy. Tsunami also developed feelings for Naruto and wanted to have some alone time with him. Kushina noticed this and her motherly instincts kicked in to make sure that her little boy didn't get hurt, and Tsunami told her that it will be fine, and so Kushina finally relented and let her be a part of Naruto's life. Today was the day to head back to Konoha, and we find Naruto standing with his comrades and also has the newly obtained Tenseiga. "Is it really time for you guys to go back?" asked In. She really came to see Naruto as the older brother figure that she never had. "I'm afraid so, In, but don't worry, I'll visit when I have the time, I promise," said Naruto with a smile while ruffling In's hair affectionately, making In hug him tightly. "Bye Naruto-kun, I hope you take care of yourself," said Tsunami sweetly, and Naruto smiles and says, "Thank you Tsunami-chan." Naruto and his comrades leave. The pups are nice and snug in Naruto's robes. Yugito, Fu, Amaru and Sasama are again staying near Naruto and away from Kiba and Sasuke, for they felt uncomfortable Bekwase of the looks of lust they got from the two. And back at Wave. Well, the only thing we need to do is come up with a name for the bridge. Said Tazuna. Let's name it, the Bridge of Hope. Said Tazuna, and the villagers cheer a little, and In says, no, let's call it the Great Naruto Bridge. And Tsunami giggles. That's a good name. She said with a happy smile. Alright, the Great Naruto Bridge it is. Declared Tazuna, and every villager in Wave cheered loudly for it. Back with the gang, Naruto is talking with the senseis, his mother and his sister, about what to name the pups and for when they see Yugito and Fu off back to their respected villages. Naruto made a scroll that tells of what happened to the girls. He gave Yugito one and gave Fu the other one. Naruto told them to give the scrolls to their village leaders, which they agreed on, and they went back to their villages. Naruto and the rest of the gang traveled back to Konoha. It took 2 days to get back to the village. They told the 2 gate guards Katetsu and Izumo that they have returned from their mission. Teams 7, 8 and 11 went to Hokage Tower to tell him that their mission is a success. They reach Hokage Tower, and go in. The secretary kept her mouth shut because Kushina is with them, because she wanted to keep the Kyuubi brat out of the office, but she fears Kushina's temper, so she decided to keep quiet. In the office, Hiruzen is relaxing and hears the knock on the door. Come in, he said, and Teams 7, 8 and 11 walk in. Welcome back from your mission. How was it? Asked Hiruzen, and they explain what had happened and that Naruto and the senseis wanted to talk to him about some stuff, and he said yes. Your pays will come in the mail, and I'll make sure that you get the right amount, Naruto. Said Hiruzen, and Naruto nods in appreciation, and Hiruzen says, Genins are dismissed, except for Naruto and Sakura along with the senseis. The Genins except Naruto and Sakura go home, and Hiruzen activates the privacy seals. So, what did you want to talk about? Asked Hiruzen, and Naruto says, Ka-chan has found 2 seals on the back of Sakura's neck and would like to be checked out. Okay, let's have a look. Said Hiruzen, and Sakura walks up to the Hokage and Hiruzen examines her neck and sees the seals. It's just as I feared. Said Hiruzen in remorse, and Naruto asks, what do you mean? And Hiruzen says, it seems that Mebuki wanted to turn Sakura into a fangirl for Sasuke and to have the Sharingan in the Haruno family, so she had Jiraiya seal up Sakura's memories and true personality, making her what she is right now. So that's why she acted like she did since day one. Said Anko, and Naruto asks, Sarutobi-sensei, can you remove them? I sure can, this won't take long, said Hiruzen. After a couple minutes, the seals are removed and Sakura's appearance changes a little bit. Her pink hair is now past her butt. Her eyes went from emerald green to garnet red and she now has ruby red lips. And Naruto says, so, this is the real you, Sakura. And Sakura turns to Naruto, and she jumps into his arms saying thank you over and over, and ths shocked the senseis and Naruto. After Sakura calmed down, she let Naruto go and Naruto says, I have some more information to tell you, Sarutobi-sensei. And Hiruzen asks, what is it? Naruto tells him about that Naruto now has 3 of the legendary weapons of the Uzumaki clan and that he found 2 wolf pups abandoned in an alley, so they are real after all, said Hiruzen in happiness. You know the legend, Sarutobi-sensei? Asked Naruto, and Hiruzen says, yes, I know the legend by heart. Totosei Uzumaki is a master blacksmith and had many students for him to teach the way of smithing. I also want you to know that there are some servants of Akuma that are trying to release him from the black coffin. Wow, I can't believe that Akuma has more servants. Said Naruto in awe. What about the pups? Show them to me. Asked Hiruzen, and Naruto opens his robe a little and Hiruzen sees them and goes wide-eyed. I thought those 2 species of wolves are extinct. He exclaimed, what do you mean, you also know what species they are? Asked Naruto, and Hiruzen nods. Dire wolves and timber wolves are very strong canine species. Legend has it that the dire wolves have the powers of the full moon and that the timber wolves have the powers of the shadows, but there is more to it. Dire wolves and timber wolves are said to possess the strength of 1,000 men the size of Jiraiya's summon Gamabunta. He explained, whoa, I never knew any of this. Said Kushina in awe as well as the others. Naruto, the fact that you found these 2 is a very good thing, that means we can save their species. Said Hiruzen, I was thinking of having them as my partners. Said Naruto, and Hiruzen smiles, just like the Inuzuka Ninkins. Why don't you take the wolf pups to Hana so she can have a look at them? He said, and Naruto says, I was gonna do that. Good, dismissed, said Hiruzen, and they leave, and Naruto heads to the Inuzuka compound. He knocks on the door and Sume opens the door and she blushes a little at Naruto's looks. Hello, can I help you? Asks Sume, and Naruto says, yes. Do you know where Hana is? And Sume says, she's in the back taking care of the dogs. You have an appointment for your pets? A special one, answered Naruto, and Sume is interested now. How special? She asked, and Naruto opens his robe and shows the wolf pups, and she goes wide-eyed and has Naruto come in. Just sit right here, I'll go get Hana, she said, and she goes to the back to get her daughter. A couple minutes later, Sume returns with Hana, and she walks up to Naruto with an interested look on her face and asks, may I see them? Naruto nods and shows them to her, and Hana gets a shocked look on her face and asks him to follow her to the vet room. And when they get there, can you place them on the table? She asked, and Naruto does so. Hana examined them and there is no problems with them and turns to Naruto. Where did you get them? And Naruto says, I found them abandoned in an alley in Wave. Hana is appalled at this and says, they've been taken very good care of, thanks, I took care of them. Said Naruto, I can't believe that the dire wolves and the timber wolves still exist. Said Hana in happiness, yeah, I'm thinking about oving them as my ninkin partners. Said Naruto, did Kiba see you with them? Asked Hana, and Naruto says, yeah. He tried to get them away from me because he believes that only his clan can operate with dogs. And Hana gets an angry look on her face. Mom and I will have to have a word with him. She said, thanks, I've had to deal with him through the entire mission. Said Naruto in a happy voice. So, what are you gonna name them? Asked Hana, and Naruto says, I've been thinking on them and can't think of any. And Hana decides to help him with it. Maybe some shut-eye will help you think of names for them, it's getting late anyway. She said, and Naruto says, sure, thank you. You're welcome, Naruto, said Hana. Naruto leaves the Inuzuka compound and heads home to get some shut-eye. Now what to name you two, maybe I'll have them in the morning. Thought Naruto. In his subconscious, Kyuubi thinks, I have the perfect names for them, and I'll tell you in the morning, kid. After a week free of missions, Naruto finally came up with names for the wolf pups thanks to Kyuubi. He named the dire wolf pup Luna, and the timber wolf pup Shadow. The two pups enjoyed the names and were always taken very good care of by Naruto. Naruto also thanked Kyuubi for the names, and she said it's no problem with a blush with her fur hiding it. But Naruto still thinks that Kyuubi is male, and maybe one day he'll know. Naruto learned something new about the pups, and it's that these two species of wolf are able to understand human speech and are able to speak like a human when they reach a certain age. Also during the week, Naruto went to Hiruzen and told him of the new power that emerged during the mission to Wave and that he saved 4 women from a fate worse than death. 2 of them went back to their respected villages and the other 2 went with him. Hiruzen was shocked at this intel. The diamond body dubbed by Naruto is a very interesting power. Naruto told him that he couldn't use his telepathy nor teleportation in that form. The only power he can use in that form was magnetism manipulation. They decided to do some research on this new power, and they learned that since Naruto was a telepath and a Jinchuriki, he would have a 75% chance of breaking free from the Genjutsu, but the diamond body form makes him completely immune to Genjutsu. They learned that the form makes Naruto unable to be wounded. They also learned that this form can prevent him from being scanned by other telepaths, even the Yamanaka clan. It gives him superhuman strength, makes him resistant to cold and heat, makes him completely immune to poisons, and even gives him no need for water nor food while in the form. And they learned that even this form had a weakness, and it is that only diamond weapons could harm Naruto in this form. They got this intel to Danzo, and he was very interested at this new power and was curious of what new power would emerge from Naruto. Hiruzen was in shock at this, and he's as happy that Naruto has been helping others from other places. He also decreed that both Amaru and Sasama would be under Naruto's protection. That meant that nobody, not even Minato nor Sasuke and Kiba, would be able to get their hands on them. Hiruzen told the 3 this. Amaru and Sasama were very satisfied and both clinged to him like he was a giant plushie. Naruto of course blushed at this, and the part that both their chests were rubbing against his arms was making him harden. Naruto is now spending time with his mother and sister at Ichiraku's. They have been going there for when they are hungry for ramen. Naruto knows that his mother Kushina has dirty thoughts about him as well as a hidden lust. and he learned that Natsuki is now falling in love with him and will want to be with him forever. When Naruto, Natsuki and Kushina were walking home, Kushina gets summoned up to Hokage Tower for a meeting and she told her two kids to go to the training grounds to wait for her. Hokage office. Alright, Konoha is now hosting the Chunin exams, so I want recommendations for the exams. Said Hiruzen. Jonin senseis of teams 7, 8, 10 and 11 step forward please. Said Hiruzen, and Anko, Kurenai, Asuma and Kakashi along with Kushina step forward. Now Anko we'll start with you. Said Hiruzen. I lead squad 7, Sasuke Uchiha, Kiba Inuzuka and Sakura Haruno, and I, Anko Mitarashi recommend all three. Said Anko, this shocked Iruka. I lead squad 8, Hinata Hyuga, Shino Aburame and Sai, and I, Kurenai Yuhi recommend all three. Said Kurenai. I lead squad 10, Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nara and Choji Akamichi, and I, Asuma Sarutobi recommend all three. Said Asuma, we lead squad 11, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, Natsuki Uzumaki Namikaze, Satsuki Uchiha and Yakumo Kurama, and now we, Kakashi Hitaki and Kushina Uzumaki recommend all four. Said Kakashi with Kushina nodding. The rest of the Jonins there are now whispering their thoughts about this, and then, wait just a minute. Said a familiar voice, and they turned to see Iruka has wanted to say something. There's something wrong Iruka? Asked Hiruzen. Pardon me for interrupting, but I find it too early for these genin to participate in the Chunin exams. I've known these genin since they were in the academy. The only ones that I think are ready for the Chunin exams are Naruto, Natsuki, Satsuki and Yakumo. They are the only ones I believe are ready. Said Iruka. Iruka proves a point Kakashi. I've held my team back for a year so they can enjoy their youth until they feel ready for the Chunin exams. Said Guy, and Kakashi says, first off, they are not your genin anymore, they graduated from the academy and became shinobi. Kakashi, I don't think it's wise to rile Iruka up like this. Said Kushina sternly, that's enough, no fighting, now Iruka I understand your concern but they're growing up, so let them have a chance. Said Hiruzen. Yes Hokage-sama. Said Iruka still worried for the genin recommended for the Chunin exams. At the Team 11 training grounds, Naruto is meditating and levitating while it is happening. Natsuki is practicing her taijutsu with Satsuki while Yakumo is painting a picture of Naruto while she is blushing at him. So, what do you guys think about what Kakashi-sensei and Kushina-sensei are gonna say to us when they get here? Asked Satsuki, and Naruto says, it would most likely be about the Chunin exams. Naruto, your brain is one of the main reasons that we enjoy having you on our team. Said Yakumo in a happy tone. Why thank you, that's very kind of you. Said Naruto. Then Kakashi and Kushina appear at the training grounds and Kakashi says, good, you're all here. You nominated us for the Chunin exams, didn't you? Asked an already knowing Naruto with a grin. As a matter of fact we did Naru-chan. And we will be giving you 4 these Chunin exams slips that proves that you are a contestant for the Chunin exams. Said Kushina with a smile. Natsuki and Satsuki hug each other happily with their chests pressing together. Yakumo smiles and Naruto chuckles at their tactics. Guess we'll be heading over to the academy for the Chunin exams tomorrow. Said Naruto, and the others nod. A couple moments later, Naruto is walking home with his team and then they hear, hey, that hurt you brat. Someone yells, and another cries out, I didn't see you there. They look and see someone picking on Hiruzen's grandson, Konohamaru Sarutobi. Kankuro, what are you doing? We could get in serious trouble for this. What would he say? Asked a blonde girl. You worried too much Tamari, this won't take long, I just need to teach a brat a lesson for bumping into someone. Said the man in black with purple face paint. I would listen to your sister if I were you. Said a voice. The two look and see a young man with long red hair, a Konoha headband around his neck and is wearing a purple and yellow cloak. The young man in black is in shock, but the blonde girl is blushing like crazy at the sight of him. Wow, Konoha is now starting to have some hotties, but he is the most hottest man I've ever seen. She thought in lust. Naruto heard her thoughts and smirks. Well, this girl is having dirty thoughts about me like the other girls that I scanned the minds of. This is getting more and more interesting, he thought. Buzz off, this brat ran into me and I have to teach him a lesson for doing so. said the man, and Naruto says, I would appreciate it that you put Konohamaru down. He's the grandson of the Sandaime Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, and harming him would cause your entry in the Chunin exams invalid. That surprised both of them. How did you know we were entering the Chunin exams? Asked the girl, and Naruto says, why else would ninja from Suna come to Konoha? Now could you please put Konohamaru down? Cause the redhead in the tree next to Sasuke is not in a good mood right now. That shocked everyone in the area. They look in the tree and see that the redhead and a shocked Sasuke looking at him. How did he get here? I didn't even sense him. Thought Sasuke in surprise. The redhead jumps down and says, Kankuro, why are you picking fights with little kids? You know better than to do that. And Kankuro tries to say, but Gaara, But the now named Gaara wouldn't have of it. Shut up, or I'll kill you, now put him down. He said in a voice that means business. Kankuro puts Konohamaru down and Konohamaru runs and hides behind Naruto. I apologize for my brother's attitude, he can be a brat sometimes. Said Gaara getting a look from Kankuro which says, hey. If I may, who are you three? Asked Naruto, and the red-haired boy says, my name is Gaara of the desert. These two are my siblings, Temari and Kankuro. I would like to know your name as well. I am Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke tried to say, not you, the red-haired one. Said Gaara, and Naruto says, my name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Gaara grins like crazy and says, I am hoping to show my existence to the world by killing you Uzumaki. Well, I have that to look forward to. Said Naruto with a smile. The three Suna ninja walk away and Sakura, who just appears after hearing the commotion, happens to ask, what was that all about? Sand ninja came for the Chunin exams. Looks like a challenge for us in the exams. Explained Naruto. Meanwhile, Minato is in a secret bunker doing some planning. He had the civilian council, Kaharu and Homura, get him images and intel on the contestants for the Chunin exams. Minato looks through them. He was smiling that his little weapon is participating in the Chunin exams. He finds out that several hidden villages are participating as well. Leaf, sand, sound, waterfall, stone, grass, mist, cloud and rain. This will be interesting. He said to himself. He finds out that a female mist ninja is a Kagaya. He is starting to make plans for capturing her and turning her into breeding stock. He also found out that a female waterfall ninja is a Zaraki. The Zaraki clan was a very feared clan for their power to enhance and amplify the ninjutsu of others, as well as create new internal organs and skin cells using their chakra on others and themselves. He was very interested and decided that she will be captured for breeding stock as well. And he also discovered that a female grass ninja is a Uzumaki. He was going to capture these kunoichi after the exams and turn them into breeding stock. Yotsuba Kagaya, the last female of the Kagaya clan, Azumi Zaraki, the last of the Zaraki clan, and Karin Uzumaki, one of the last of the Uzumaki clan. Well, after the exams, I'll have them captured for Sasuke to repopulate his clan and gain their bloodlines. Yes, with that power in my disposal, I'll be unstoppable and Konoha will conquer the elemental nations. Said Minato. He then laughs like an evil maniac. But unknown for him, Naruto happened to send a shadow clone to follow him and eavesdrop on his plans. Naruto's clone was appalled at this. So, he wants to make the Uchiha unstoppable. I've got to get this to Sarutobi sensei. Oh Minato, you think that your plans are working perfectly, but in the end, I will be taking your plans and I'll be tearing them up and flushing them down the toilet. He thought as he dispelled. Back with Naruto. Naruto gains what his shadow clone had gathered from eavesdropping on Minato's plans, and he becomes disgusted. He teleports to Hiruzen's office. Hiruzen is surprised that Naruto had teleported into his office. That only happens if something that Naruto discovered is very wrong and concerning. Sarutobi sensei, I want to share something with you. Inoichi, Danzo, the senseis of teams 7 through 11 and their students minus Sasuke and Kiba. Said Naruto. Hiruzen nods and sends message to the ones Naruto wants to share information. A half hour later, everyone that Naruto wanted to be called up for a secret meeting is now present. Naruto-kun, what's the problem? Asked Yakumo, and Naruto says, I actually wanted to talk to you all. This gets their attention. I have something that I discovered. Minato is making plans to capture 3 kunoichi after the exams. A kunoichi from the Mist Village. a kunoichi from the waterfall village and a kunoichi from the grass village to use them as breeding stock for Sasuke to repopulate the Uchiha clan. Said Naruto, making them widen their eyes at this. Is there a reason, Naru-chan? Asked Kushina, appalled at what her husband is planning. The names of all 3 kunoichi that Minato wants to capture after the exams are Yotsuba Kagaya. She is the last female of her clan. Azumi Zaraki. She is the last of a very feared clan, and the last one is someone that Mom and Natsuki will want to get involved to stop Minato from getting his hands on. Her name is Karin Uzumaki. Explained Naruto. That made everyone in the room shocked and disgusted at this. Kushina and Natsuki felt like they wanted to prevent a fellow Uzumaki from being turned into breeding stock for Sasuke. The Kagaya clan, they have the power to use their own bones as weapons. A power called Shikatsumyaku. They were a clan of barbarians. But a very rare select few are not bloodthirsty, and Yotsuba is one of them. Said Hiruzen. The Zaraki clan, they have the power to temporarily enhance and amplify the ninjutsu of others as well as their ninjutsu Kekkei Genkais. They also can create new internal organs and skin cells of others. The larger the chakra signature is on someone, the quicker the effects of the enhanced power wears off. They were also the best medical ninja. Said Danzo. The Uzumaki clan, they have accelerated healing capabilities, enhanced fuinjutsu and the power to manifest sealing chains made of chakra. Not only that, Uzumakis have a longer lifespan than others. The lifespan is 200 to 300 years. Said Kushina. Hiruzen, Danzo and Inoichi look at each other. It has come to our attention that Minato, the civilian council and the elder council are up to no good. Said Hiruzen. Seems that way. Said Danzo. Should we make a new mission especially for Naruto? Asked Inoichi. Well, Naruto is the one who eavesdropped on Minato's plans, so yes. Said Danzo, with Hiruzen agreeing. Naruto, I have a SS mission for you and you alone. You are now tasked with finding these 3 kunoichi during the Chunin exams and warning them of what will happen to them after the exams. They'll either join you for protection or go back to their villages to let their village leaders know about this. Said Hiruzen. As you wish, Sarutobi-sensei. Said Naruto. The next day. Today was the Chunin exams, and all the genin that are nominated for the exams are there. Naruto and his team are at the entrance. Alright, remember the plan, we go in, pass the exams, stop the capture and save the most likely to be captured females. Said Naruto, getting nods from his teammates. They go in, they are heading for the room for the exams, when there was a large group of ninjas standing in front of a room that wasn't even the room that they were going to. Then he heard a familiar voice, Tenten. Naruto-kun, you're here too? Asked Tenten, and Naruto smiles, yes, and my team is here as well. He said, why are the ninja there trying to get in that room when it isn't the right room? Asked Tenten. Oh, Katetsu and Izumo, still have your way of weeding out the weakest links, that is just to take out the unwanted challenge, so let's walk up to the next floor. Said Naruto, shaking his head in amusement at what Katetsu and Izumo were doing. They walk up to the stairs that lead to the second floor, when all of a sudden, hey, remove the genjutsu. An Uchiha like me wouldn't fall for a cheap tactic like that, barked a familiar voice. Naruto and the genin that knew it was a genjutsu groaned at this. Nice job, dumbass. You just made the exams more challenging than we wanted it to be. Thought Naruto in disappointment. Idiot brother, you just had to use your arrogance again, didn't you? Thought Satsuki. She is enraged that her brother Sasuke had did a stupid move. Oh, forget it, let's just go to the room. Said Naruto. Naruto and his team with Sakura went to the room that was the real exams room. But then, hey you, the guy with the red hair. I wish to test my skills against you. Declared a voice behind them. They turn around and see a boy a year older than them and a year younger than Natsuki. He had a soup bowl haircut, a green spandex and orange leg warmers. The weird thing about him is the fact that he had huge and thick eyebrows. You're challenging me? Asked Naruto. Yes, my name is Rock Lee and I would like to know your name? Asked the now named Rock Lee. I am Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Said Naruto. Oh, the son of the Yondaime Hokage and the Red Death of Konoha. Do you wish to fight me? Said Lee. Sorry bud, but you need to save your strength for the exams. Don't you want to fight me with your full strength? Asked Naruto. This makes Lee declare, Yosh. You are so right, Naruto-kun. I will save my strength to fight you at full strength. I'm glad you understand. said Naruto as he and his team walks towards the room and are surprised to see Kushina and Kakashi near the door. Well, Sakura came as well, said a surprised Kakashi, making Sakura ask, why is that? Since you had your real memories and personality sealed away to be seen as a fangirl to make the serious Kunoichi look weak, you had neglected training, but after the seals were broken, you went to your training. We are surprised at this, but we need you to know this, the exams are difficult now, said Kakashi, making the genin nod. Good luck kids, said Kushina, and then she pulls Natsuki and Naruto into a hug and whispers into their ears. Good luck to you too. Be sure to do what you must to pass. Kushina lets them go and they agree to what she said. They go in and they see older genin just looking at them to scare them. But Naruto just looks at them calmly, giving off some strong chakra which makes them uneasy and look away. Naruto smirks and thinks, these are genin. They may be more experienced than the first-year genin, but I can easily defeat them. And he senses signatures that are almost on par with himself. Well, we at least have some genin that are actually strong enough to give me a challenge, he thought. He also sensed that there were two Jinchuriki. He scans their minds and thinks, Yugito ni, Jinchuriki of the Nibi. Adopted daughter of the Yondaime Raikage and biological daughter of Reimu ni, the great-granddaughter of the Shodem Raikage. Very interesting, thought Naruto with a smirk. From the second Jinchuriki, he got interesting results. Fu, Jinchuriki of the Nanabi. Adopted sister of Shibuki and the biological daughter of Sada. She was hated by her village and cared for by the village leader. Poor girl, he thought. Naruto also sensed the three female kunoichi that Minato is planning on capturing after the exams. Yotsuba Kagaya, Azumi Zaraki and Karin Uzumaki, found them, in the next part of the exams. I'll warn them about what would happen to them after the exams is over, he thought. Then someone is now on his back rubbing herself on him. Hello Naruto-kun, did you miss me? 'Cause I missed you, said a familiar voice. Naruto looks over his shoulder and sees Ino leaning on him. Hello Ino, nice to see you again, he said with a smile, making her blush a little, and then, hello losers. They turn and see Sasuke showing off his arrogance as usual. The gang's all here, said a familiar voice. They turn and see the smelly and arrogant Kiba. Hi Naruto-kun, said Hinata without stuttering, surprising the others. Hello Hinata-chan, and you didn't stutter, said Naruto, making Hinata blush a little. I had some practice and lessons from Anko-sensei, she said. Looks like the lessons are paying off, said Yakumo. I guess so, said Natsuki, and then says, you must be first-year genins, said a voice that they don't recognize. They turn and see a Konoha shinobi that's much older than them. Who are you? asks Satsuki. And the man says, I'm Kabuto Yakushi. I guess the exams will be hard this year. I know because I took it before. Naruto secretly uses his telepathy on him. He learned that he is a spy for Orochimaru. He learned that Kabuto was taken in by a woman named Nono Yakushi, raised him as her own and gave him love. Naruto also saw that Kabuto went to different villages and learned from them. He saw Kabuto on a mission to infiltrate a Iwa fort and get attacked by Nono and fatally wounded her. He was shocked at that, and it broke his heart when she didn't recognize him when Kabuto tried to save her life. And he saw Kabuto meeting Orochimaru, stating that Danzo had something to do with his mother not recognizing him. Naruto saw that Orochimaru was lying. He notices that same evil intent in his eyes as Minato's. Wow, he's had it bad. And it got worse when his mother figure didn't recognize him. Orochimaru's manipulating him into thinking that Danzo made her not recognize him. I can see that Orochimaru was the one that caused her to forget him, he thought, taking pity on him. Naruto then was planning on doing something about this. I got it. I can use Tenseiga to bring her back to life. Maybe that will cause him to have a change of heart, he thought. Is this your second time, Kabuto? asked Natsuki. Kabuto rubs the back of his head in embarrassment. Actually it's my seventh, he said. You must suck, said Kiba. This made Natsuki give him a bitch slap. Be nice. She snarled at him, making him cower. If you guys like, I can give you intel on anyone here, with my ninja info cards, said Kabuto, and Satsuki asks, what the heck are those? They can reveal the information on who you're wanting to know. All you have to do is add chakra to them, said Kabuto, and then he asks, anyone you want to know about? I'd like intel on Rock Lee of Konoha and Gaara of the desert, asked Naruto, and Sasuke asks, I'd want to know about Naruto Uzumaki. And Kiba says, that's what I was gonna ask. "Why do you want info on Naruto-kun?" asked Yakumo, and Kabuto says, "It's fine, cause." He then takes out 3 specific cards. "Here they are." He said, "Show me." Sasuke said, "Very well," said Kabuto, and he puts a card down and says, "Rock Lee. He's a member of Squad 9 of Konoha. His teammates are Tenten Higurashi and Neji Hyuga. He's done 20 D rank and 16 C rank missions. His taijutsu is off the charts and others are exceptional." Kabuto then puts the second card down and says, "Gaara of the Desert, 24 D rank, 12 C rank and, get this, 1 B rank as a genin. His teammates are his older siblings, Kankuro and Tamari. Other than that, there's not a lot of information about him. But rumor has it is that he survived every mission, without getting a single scratch." Getting looks of surprise from everyone. Kabuto puts the final card down and says, "Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, better known as Konoha's mastermind. He's a member of Squad 11. He's done 40 D rank, 27 C rank. He's even done 5 B rank, 7 A rank as well as 6 S rank missions. His 3 teammates are Natsuki Uzumaki Namikaze, Satsuki Uchiha and Yakumo Kurama. He also possesses an unusual power that we don't know. He's very clever, very slick and more importantly he's very unpredictable. Basically out of everyone here in the exams, Naruto poses as the biggest threat." That made everyone in the room who don't know about this look at Naruto in shock and awe. Then a poof appears from the front of the room, and standing there is Ibiki Morino, one of the proctors of the Chunin exams. "Alright maggots. Now is the time for the first part of the Chunin exams, the written test," he barked. Everyone goes to the room and goes to their seats and prepares for what Ibiki has to say. "I will go over the rules. Rule number 1. You get caught cheating 3 times, then you fail. Rule number 2. You fail, then your whole team fails. And rule number 3. You are to answer the 10th question when I say so, and I will ask the question after the hour is up." He said, "Ready, start." He said, and everyone begins their test. Sasuke uses his Sharingan to cheat. Neji uses his Byakugan. Tenten uses her mirrors to help Lee. Sakura just easily answers them like a bookworm. Kankuro had to use the bathroom and one of the proctors went with him. Naruto uses his telepathy to cheat, which is a very smart way to cheat without getting caught at all. Some were caught 3 times and were thrown out. After an hour, pencils down. Now before we do the 10th question, there is something else that you should know, and it's that if you fail, then we can forbid you from becoming Chunin ever," said Ibiki. "Bullshit," said Naruto unimpressed, causing everyone to look at him. "And what makes you say that?" asked Ibiki with a smirk, and Naruto with a bored look says, "I don't give a damn of what you think, ya scar-faced bitch. I will accomplish my dreams. Even if I have to beat your sorry scarred ass, I don't run away, I will not back down, and if you got a problem with it, then you can go fuck yourself." This caused everyone's jaws to drop as he insulted the proctor. Naruto's little speech caused every genin who's scared of Ibiki to gain their confidence back. Ibiki looks at him, and then he laughs. "I like you. You have balls of steel and will not back down from anything," he said, and then asks, "Is that your final answer?" Naruto flips him off and says, "Damn right it is." Ibiki is now smirking at Naruto's tough guy tactics. "Then you all pass," declared Ibiki. This caused them to get shocked to the core. "Wait, what? Then what's the point of having the 10th question?" yelled Tamari, still in shock. "It's to test you, to see what your decision is," answered Ibiki. Then someone poofed into the room, and from the smoke was Zabuza Momochi. "Alright brats. I want your asses outside at the entrance of the Forest of Death by tomorrow morning," he declared. "You're early, Zabuza," said Ibiki, and Zabuza looks at him and says, "The early bird gets the worm." After the test, Ibiki is collecting the tests and he gets to Naruto's test. He begins to notice something. That red-haired guy used a power to cheat. I just know it, but nobody even me noticed it. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, an interesting guy, he thought. He also sees a note. "Ibiki-san, I have suspicion that Kabuto Yakushi may be a spy for some snake faggot that Anko-chan really hates. If anything, I should at least weaken him enough for Anko to kill him." Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Ibiki widens his eyes at the thought of Orochimaru and decides to take this information to the Hokage, the Sandaime Hokage should he suggest. The next day, we find the genin that made it through Ibiki standing near the fence with the Forest of Death. Some are scared, others were indifferent, but very select few are excited. And Zabuza says, "Welcome to the second part of the Chunin exams, the Forest of Death, aka Anko's favorite playground," said Zabuza. While this is happening, Naruto, keeping his telepathy on so he can understand what Zabuza is saying, walks up to Yotsuba and Izumi. Yotsuba Kagaya, she is a beautiful young woman. She has long silver-white hair with 2 ponytails that go past her shoulders. Similar to Tsunade. She was 5 feet 4. She has emerald green eyes, 2 red spots on her forehead. She wore gray battle kimono. Similar to Shizune. And she has tanned skin. Izumi Zaraki, she is also a beautiful young woman, who looks the same age as Naruto. She has long pitch black hair. Think of Hinata's hairstyle but with bells on the end of each strand. She wore a red and black battle kimono. She was 5 feet 4 as well. She had dark brown eyes and has a neatly tanned skin. "Are you two, Yotsuba Kagaya and Izumi Zaraki?" asked Naruto. This makes them look at him, and Yotsuba in an uninterested tone says, "Yeah, what about it? I wanted to tell you two that you both are in great danger after the Chunin exams," said Naruto. "What kind of danger?" asked Izumi. She was curious on why this cute redhead said that she and Yotsuba were in great danger. Wait, where did that come from? She thought with a light blush. Naruto heard that thought and an unseeable smirk appears. "My power-hungry father, Minato Namikaze, has been planning on capturing you two and another girl to use as breeding stock for the Uchiha boy to repopulate his clan," he said. This makes them widen their eyes in alarm. No way in hell were they being used for breeding stock. "Why are you telling us this?" asked Yotsuba. "The civilian council and elder council along with my father are power-hungry and will do anything to be unstoppable. I'm telling you because I want to protect you from them," said Naruto. "While wanting to protect us is sweet of you, but why would they want to use us as breeding stock?" asked Izumi. "Sadly, it's because they're after your Kekkei Genkais," said Naruto in a sad tone. "They're wanting to breed super soldiers from our bloodlines?" asked Yotsuba in shock. "Yes, and I am on a mission to make sure that doesn't happen," said Naruto, making both Yotsuba and Izumi blush at this. They smile and say, "Thanks for the warning," and Naruto says, "You're welcome." "Yotsuba, you have a brother, don't you?" Naruto suddenly asked. That question made Yotsuba widen her eyes. "How did you know that I have a brother?" she asked in shock. "You'll find out soon. His name is Kimimaro, isn't it?" Naruto asked. "Yes, I've been looking for him for years. He's gotten sick and I've been looking for a cure. If he doesn't get cured soon, then I'm scared that he will die. Please, if you find him, can you bring him to me? I would appreciate that," she asked as she looked down with tears in her eyes. "Of course, Yotsuba-chan, I'll do it for you," he said, making her blush at the chan part added to her name. Naruto turns to walk to his team when Yotsuba asks, "Wait, we want to know your name?" "Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze," said Naruto, and he walks to his team. "Alright brats, there are 2 different scrolls, a heaven scroll and a earth scroll. Once you have both at the same time, then you need to head to the tower in the middle of the forest," explained Zabuza. Naruto gets an uneasy feeling that someone with evil chakra is somewhere in the area. Using his telepathy, he found out that the grass kunoichi is really Orochimaru. He decided to play dumb and fight Orochimaru in the Forest of Death. "Orochimaru's here, I need to keep an eye on him," thought Naruto. "Kit, that will be very difficult for regular shinobi and kunoichi, but you're not a normal shinobi, so locating him will be easy as pie," said Kyuubi. "Okay, I'll keep my distance for now," thought Naruto. "Smart choice, Kit," said Kyuubi. Naruto gets to the gate that his team is at. Natsuki tells him that they have a heaven scroll. Naruto nods and gets ready. "You brats ready?" asked Zabuza. The genin nod. "Go," he yells, and they charge into the Forest of Death. In a random spot in the Forest of Death, Orochimaru, still in his disguise, is facing one of his ninja, Kimimaro. "Kimimaro, I have a mission for you," he said. "What would that be, Orochimaru-sama?" asked Kimimaro. "I want you to find Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. I want you to capture him. It don't matter to me if he gets brought to me dead or alive. Alive and he'll be a possible host. Dead and we'll extract DNA from his corpse," ordered Orochimaru. "As you wish, Orochimaru-sama," said Kimimaro, and he heads into the forest to confront Naruto. With Naruto and his team. Naruto is standing with his team. "Alright," Since we have the Heaven Scroll, we need to go after an Earth Scroll. He said to his team. Where do we need to look? Asked Natsuki, and Naruto says, I'll take care of that. Naruto closes his eyes, and uses his telepathy to find out which team has an Earth Scroll. Naruto reopens his eyes and says, I found 16 teams with an Earth Scroll, 7 teams 3 miles west, another 7 teams 2 miles east and 1 team half a mile north. Let's go for the closer team, said Satsuki. They head north, and find a team from Iwa, a team from the Stone Village. They're gonna be tricky, said Natsuki. We can take them, said Naruto with confidence, and they head into the opening. The Iwa team spots them and get into position. Konoha ninjas, have you come for our scroll? Asked one of the Iwa nin, causing the Kunoichi to give an annoyed glare at him. That depends on which one you have, said Naruto. The Iwa shinobi holds out a scroll. Naruto smirks and holds out his team's scroll. You have the scroll we need, said Naruto, and you have the scroll that we need, said the girl. Before we fight, we would like to know the names of our opponents, asked one of the male members of the Iwa team. I am Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, said Naruto, making the Iwa team widen their eyes. Natsuki Uzumaki Namikaze, said Natsuki, making them even more shocked. Satsuki Uchiha, said Satsuki. Yakumo Kurama, said Yakumo. Kuritsuchi, said the girl. Akatsuchi, said the big man. Benjiro, said the other guy. Winner takes the scroll, said Kuritsuchi. Fine by us, said Naruto. Akatsuchi, you take on the Yakumo girl. Benjiro, you take on the Satsuki girl, ordered Kuritsuchi. I'll take on these two, she said with confidence. I admire your bravery in challenging me and Natsuki even though you're at a disadvantage, said Naruto with a smile, making Kuritsuchi blush a little. Kuritsuchi charges towards Naruto and Natsuki. She is giving the fight everything she had, even displaying the lava-style jutsu and boil-style jutsu. Naruto was amazed at her fighting style, and he along with Natsuki were deflecting all of Kuritsuchi's attacks. As a show of respect, we'll let you off with only minor injuries, said Naruto as he and Natsuki give her a chop to the back of the neck, knocking her out. Naruto looks at his other teammates and sees that they defeated Akatsuchi and Benjiro. These Iwa shinobi are honorable, so let's put them somewhere that they will recover without being disturbed, said Naruto, and they nod. Yes brother, it's the least we can do for honorable Iwa shinobi, said Natsuki. Team 11 find a tree and put the Iwa team under it, and Yakumo casts a genjutsu on them so they can rest safely. Naruto also left a bag of food for the Iwa team when they wake up. Naruto then senses another presence. We're not alone, he thought. He focuses his telepathy in the trees and finds an Anbu retreating from watching the battle. An Anbu? Minato must be having an Anbu scout the Forest of Death for other Kunoichi with Kekkei Genkais. He no doubt saw Kuritsuchi use the lava-style and boil-style jutsu, he thought. Naruto focuses his telepathy on the Anbu a little longer and finds out that his suspicions are true. Is this how far you've fallen, Minato Teme? Naruto asked himself. Naruto-kun, we have the scroll, now let's head to the tower, said Satsuki, and Naruto says, it's getting dark out, so let's head to the river to set up camp. They head to the river and set up camp for the night, and Naruto is sensing another presence. You guys stay right here. I'll go see what the presence I felt is. If you guys are in trouble, just scream in your thoughts. I'll hear your thoughts. Okay, said Naruto, and the girls nod and Naruto heads into the forest. In another spot of the Forest of Death, Kimimaro is nearing Naruto's location. He is following Naruto into a clearing. Naruto feels his presence. Kimimaro Kagaya, have you come to try and kill or capture me under orders of Orochimaru? He asked, making Kimimaro's eyes widen a little in shock. So you know about Orochimaru-sama's presence in the Chunin exams, said Kimimaro. I've known ever since the beginning of the second part of the exams, said Naruto. I am tasked with capturing you, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. I will bring you back to Orochimaru-sama, dead if you refuse, and alive if you come peacefully, said Kimimaro. Suddenly, Kimimaro starts to cough violently. Naruto's eyes widen at this. Your sickness, how bad is it? He asked. It's been getting worse and worse. I will die and the Kagaya clan will die out with me, but I will do Orochimaru-sama's mission, said Kimimaro as he charged at Naruto with the intent to kill. They clash. Naruto is getting very concerned of Kimimaro health. Kimimaro is getting closer and closer to death with every breath. Kimimaro was gonna charge again, until Kimimaro yelled a voice. They turn and see a crying Yotsuba. Kimimaro's eyes widen in shock as he recognizes her. Yotsuba? Asked a now shocked Kimimaro. Kimimaro, please stop fighting, your sickness is gonna kill you if you keeping fighting Naruto-kun. I can't bear it to watch you die. Yotsuba cried as tears are flowing down her cheeks. But, how can this be? How are you alive? Asked Kimimaro, who is still in shock at seeing his sister alive. The Godem Mizukage maid Terumi found and protected me from the village civilians that feared our clan. Answered Yotsuba, still in tears. Kit, I don't think my chakra can save him. My chakra can destroy the curse mark on his chest but not his sickness. His sickness is far too fatal now. If he got medical attention sooner, then he would have been able to live longer, said Kyuubi. Wait, curse mark? Naruto asked Kyuubi. The curse mark is a seal created by Orochimaru. It's like a disease, but it's actually him putting a piece of his soul inside of another, trying to tempt them into going to him for power. Explained Kyuubi. Kimimaro, I can free you from the curse mark, said Naruto, causing Kimimaro and Yotsuba to look at him. Curse mark? Asked Yotsuba. How can you free me from the curse mark? Orochimaru-sama said that the curse mark is unremovable? Asked Kimimaro. I'm the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi and I'm a telepath. The Kyuubi's chakra and my telepathy can destroy the curse mark, said Naruto. Kimimaro was gonna say something, but a look from his sister made him think about it, and he says, I guess I can go along with it. Orochimaru-sama said that I would be stronger with the curse mark, but what I'm feeling right now, it didn't happen. That's because the curse mark is the cause of your sickness all along. The true nature of getting stronger is from the will to protect what is most precious to you, said Naruto, and that caused Kimimaro to make up his mind. I choose you get rid of my curse mark. I want to protect my sister from harm, he said, and Naruto focuses his telepathy and Kyuubi's chakra into Kimimaro and the curse mark disappears, but the sickness is still there. Guess you were right, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. The curse mark is gone but the sickness is still there. Guess I will die a meaningless death, said Kimimaro, knowing that he is an inch from death. Brother, don't leave me, Yotsuba cried, and Naruto says, there is a way for you to continue living. I have a weapon that can save your life. A weapon that can save my life? But how can this be? Asked Kimimaro, and Yotsuba is curious herself. The Tenseiga, the sword forged by the legendary blacksmith Totosei Uzumaki. The Tenseiga has the power to save 1,000 lives in one swing. It can heal the sick and banish the most corrupted souls, said Naruto as he gets Tenseiga out. Kimimaro is shocked. He now had a chance to rid himself of the sickness for eternity. Is it possible to use it on me after I die? He asked. Yes, even after your death, the sickness will be gone for good, but I warn you, the limit to the number of times that the same person was brought back by the Tenseiga is once, said Naruto as he said the last part sadly. Kimimaro says, use it after I die. I beg of you. I want to spend the rest of my days with family. And Naruto says, and you shall. Kimimaro draws his last breath, which Yotsuba begins to have tears forming in her eyes, and Naruto holds Tenseiga aiming the edge at Kimimaro's corpse. The blade glowed with every sound that was of a heartbeat. Naruto is interested at this, and Yotsuba was in awe at what power the blade was giving off. Interesting, I can see them, they're from the underworld, he said as he saw demon-like imps with scythes standing above the corpse. I'll see if the stories of the Tenseiga are true. Kimimaro Kagaya, your life will be given back to you, said Naruto. Naruto raises Tenseiga above his head and swipes down onto Kimimaro's corpse as the demon imp spirits dissolve to nothing. Yotsuba was watching like she had seen an angel. After a couple seconds, a heartbeat begins, and Kimimaro begins to awaken. He sits up and says, it worked, I'm alive. And he notices that he's breathing easier. The sickness, it's gone for good, I can breathe, he gasped. Yotsuba cries tears of joy and hugs Kimimaro, with him returning the hug. Naruto smiles at the beautiful scene. Two family members brought back together. Yotsuba lets Kimimaro go and turns to Naruto. She then does something that shocks Naruto to the core. Yotsuba hugged him with all her might. Naruto smiles and returns the hug. Yotsuba is telling him, thank you, over and over again. Yotsuba lets go of Naruto, and Naruto says to Kimimaro, "You may need to protect Yotsuba from my father the Yondaime Hokage. He's a power-hungry tyrant like the civilian council and elder council members. Only Danzo Shimura is on the Sandaime side." And Kimimaro asks, "Is there a reason, Naruto-san?" Minato Namikaze was originally planning on capturing 3 kunoichi with Kekkei Genkai to have an Uchiha named Sasuke repopulate his clan, that and/or use as breeding stock, and Yotsuba is in danger because of that, and I sensed an Anbu in the forest, and from his mind, he was tasked by Minato to find and get intel on every kunoichi in the Forest of Death that passed the first part of the exams. Any kunoichi with a Kekkei Genkai in the exams from another village are in great danger. We need to make sure that doesn't happen," said Naruto. The more Kimimaro learned of this, the more shocked he became. He then gets the urge to protect his sister from such a monstrous fate. If he touches her, he'll have the fight of his life, declared Kimimaro in the rare anger he felt. Naruto smiles and Yotsuba grins at this. "Good, I hope you pass the exams, Yotsuba," said Naruto. "Thank you, Naruto-kun. Kimimaro-Nisan, what will you do now?" Yotsuba said to Naruto and asked Kimimaro the last part. "I will go back to Kiri with you after the exams. It's time I started being a shinobi for Kiri," said Kimimaro with a small smile. Naruto turns to go back to his team, but then Yotsuba gently grabs his hand. "Naruto-kun," she said. Naruto turns to look at her, and to his surprise she gave him a kiss on the cheek. "That's a thank you for giving me my brother back," she said as she blushed. She and Kimimaro go and head to Yotsuba's team location, and Yotsuba turns to Naruto and blows him a kiss. Naruto still in shock that Yotsuba did that. He was blushing up a storm from the kiss. He shakes off the blush and goes to his team's location, but then he hears a scream. He stops and heads towards the direction of the scream. Karin's location. Karin is cornered against a tree. Her teammates have been abusing her ever since she was put on their team. They were getting closer and closer to her so they can do what every kunoichi fears the most, and then they hear a growl behind the male teammates. They turn and see a bear, and it had a scar that looked like claw marks on his left eye, and the bear swipes at the team. It clawed them. Karin completely unharmed, scared shitless. Pardon my language. She was in grave danger from the bear coming for her and the team. "Those two got co-ed by a bear. I don't want to be here," she thought in tears of fear. Naruto, watching in the trees, used his telepathy to make the bear leave, and the bear left. After the bear left, Naruto uses his telepathy on the team to find out their weaknesses. He got info from the male grass ninja, but for some reason he couldn't get intel from Karin. That surprised him. "Kit, remember your limit for telepathy. You can't read the minds of Biju nor other telepaths," Kyuubi told him, and he now knows that Karin has telepathy as well. So, Karin is a telepath as well. That's surprising, he thought. Naruto walks out of the trees and is walking towards Karin, which she becomes scared from. "Don't be afraid, Karin, I want to talk to you," Naruto said to her sweetly. Karin begins to calm down a little. She then notices that she and him have some sort of connection. "You're not gonna hurt me?" asked Karin, still scared. "No, I will not harm you, I promise," said Naruto in a soothing voice, making her calm down a little more. Naruto walks to her downed team, and checks their pulses. He found none. "They're dead, both of them," he said. "They must have died from losing too much blood from the swipe from that bear," said Karin. "We have a special connection, Karin Uzumaki," said Naruto, making her jump up in fright. "How did you know?" Karin asked, now terrified that he knows that she came from the Uzumaki clan. "Because, you and I are the same," said Naruto, which makes her eyes widen in shock. "Wait, you mean?" Karin asked, hoping what this young man will say next was true. "Yes, I'm an Uzumaki, just like you, and I am also a telepath like you," said Naruto, and she is now happy that she is seeing another Uzumaki, shocked that he is a telepath. "How did you know that I'm a telepath?" asked Karin in shock. "I have a limit for my telepathy. I can't read the minds of Bijus and other telepaths," explained Naruto. Karin is in awe at this, and she begins to cry tears of happiness when Naruto says, "You're safe now." Karin runs to him and jumps into his arms. She begins to cry her loneliness out, and Naruto just comforts her. Karin calms down and lets go of Naruto. "What's your name?" Karin asked. "Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze," said Naruto, and he then says, since you're the only member on your team that's still alive, I guess you can come with me to my team. You would do that and protect me? Karin asked in hope. Of course, but I want to warn you. My father Minato Namikaze is a tyrant and is after Kunoichi with Kekkei Genkeis, so he's using the Chunin exams to find them among the contestants. That means you're in danger from him too. Said Naruto. Why would he be after me and other Kunoichi with Kekkei Genkeis? Asked Karin. He wants to turn them into breeding stock for Sasuke Uchiha to repopulate his clan. Said Naruto, causing her to look at Naruto in fear. Hiruzen Sarutobi, the Sandaime Hokage, had tasked me with an sulfur monosulfide rank mission to make sure that doesn't happen and to make sure Minato's plans are destroyed. Said Naruto, making her sigh in relief. Come with me to my team, you'll be safe with us and I'll introduce you to my mother Kushina Uzumaki. Said Naruto, making Karin's eyes widen at the mention of another Uzumaki, and grabs onto his arm, which makes him chuckle in amusement, and they head to Naruto's team. Team 11's location. Natsuki, Satsuki and Yakumo are at the camp that they set up waiting for Naruto to come back, and they see him walk back to camp, and they see someone with him. Naruto-kun, who's that with you? Asks Satsuki, and Naruto says, this is Karin Uzumaki, and she is the only member of her team that's still alive. What intel did you get from their minds? Asked Natsuki. I read the minds of her teammates but I couldn't read Karin's mind. Said Naruto. But how's that possible? Asked Yakumo in shock that Naruto couldn't read Karin's mind. Naruto-kun's limit for telepathy is that he can't read the minds of Biju nor other telepaths, and I myself am a telepath. Said Karin, causing them to widen their eyes in shock. Why didn't you tell us of your limit, Naruto-kun? Asked Satsuki. You never asked. Answered Naruto. My mission turned from saving 3 Kunoichi with Kekkei Genkeis from a fate worse than death turned into a mission to protecting every Kunoichi that passed the first part of the exams from Minato and the 2 councils. Said Naruto, causing them to widen their eyes in alarm. How do you know? Asked Natsuki. I sensed an Anbu in the Forest of Death. He was sent by Minato to get intel on every Kunoichi that passed the first part of the exams. If the Kunoichi has a Kekkei Genkei, then they are in great danger after the exams are done. They will suffer a fate worse than death. Explained Naruto, making them look at him in horror. Trying to get Yotsuba, Izumi and Karin wasn't good enough, so he had to find other Kunoichi with Kekkei Genkeis to have Sasuke repopulate the Uchiha clan with super soldiers. Growled Yakumo. And Yugito and Fu are in danger yet again. Said Naruto. Yugito and Fu are here? Asked Natsuki, and Naruto says, yes. Yugito and Fu? Asked Karin, confused. I saved them along with 2 others who were gonna be shipped to Gato for his sick pleasure, but I stopped them in time, after I used my telepathy on them. Explained Naruto. Did you use your telepathy on them again? Asked Satsuki. Yeah? Said Naruto. You read their minds for the second time. How could you not recognize them? Asked Yakumo as she is sweat dropping with the others. Guess I forgot. Said Naruto in an embarrassed voice. Everyone face faults. How on earth did you forget them? Asked an annoyed Satsuki. Hey, not my fault. I don't always remember stuff despite being a telepath. Said Naruto, going on the defensive. Okay, let's calm down. Let's just get some sleep and head for the tower first thing in the morning. Said Natsuki, trying to keep the peace. They nod and go to sleep, and what I mean by that, all 5 of them snuggle up to Naruto. Next morning, Naruto and his team with Karin are heading up to the tower, then Naruto senses something. What is it, Naruto-kun? Asked Satsuki. I sense a dark presence a mile east from here. Said Naruto. I sense it too. Said Karin worriedly. So do I, said Natsuki. Do you know who is releasing it? Asked Satsuki. Sasuke. He must have ran into Orochimaru. I may need to get closer to read his mind to find out. Said Naruto. I thought you can read minds? Asked a shocked Yakumo. I can, but my maximum range is half a mile. Said Naruto. Then the ground begins to rumble. Great, his team must be in trouble, come on. Said Naruto in an annoyed tone, and they follow him. Team 7's location. Teams 7, 9 and 10 are in a battle that they are having problems with. A team from the Sound Village was tasked of locating and eliminating Sasuke Uchiha. The team of Dosu, Zaku and Kin, they are getting the upper hand in the battle. Shikamaru had gotten Dosu trapped by his shadow, Ino got kin with her Kekkei Genkai and Choji wasn't very lucky when Zaku used his slicing airwaves jutsu. Now they were in trouble. How, we ask? The answer is that Sasuke had gotten a curse mark from Orochimaru. Naruto and his team get to the beginning of when Sasuke starting to fight. Naruto already used his telepathy on the 3 sound ninjas and learned that they serve Orochimaru, but they serve him out of fear. They watch Sasuke go and defeat Zaku by breaking both of his arms, and everyone can hear Zaku screaming out in pain. Teams 7 and 10 were horrified that Sasuke would do something that brutal. Sasuke now walks over to Dosu, who is now terrified of what happened to Zaku. Dosu is backing up and his back bumps into a tree. He was cornered with no escape from the monster in front of him. Sasuke then does some hand signs and holds out his hand. His hand then begins to crackle with lightning. Everyone knew that Kakashi had this jutsu. Chidori yelled an insane Sasuke and aims his attack for Dosu's heart. But then the jutsu stops, and they turn to see Naruto with his hand out and the lightning begins to move from Sasuke's hand to Naruto's hand. Dosu sighs in relief from him being spared. You copied that move from Kakashi on the mission to Wave. You had your Sharingan out and used it on him when he wasn't looking. You were so full of greed and hate that you couldn't control your desire for more power after that bastard Snake Sanin branded you with the curse mark. Said Naruto in a stern tone. Who cares, loser? He gave me this power, and now I can use it to take revenge on my brother Itachi for killing the Uchiha clan. Barked Sasuke, corrupted by the curse mark. Sasuke, you can't kill Itachi. I know the truth about what really happened that night. Cried Satsuki. Lies. You know nothing about that night. Itachi is a traitor and will always be a traitor. Shouted Sasuke, beginning to lose more of his sanity to the curse mark. Sasuke then gets a kunai out and without hesitation, he stabbed Dosu in the heart, killing him instantly. Everyone is shocked that Sasuke would kill in cold blood, and then he goes to Kin, who is shaking from the fear that she is in from watching Sasuke kill her teammate Dosu. Now for you, said Sasuke evilly, and while going towards Kin, he stabbed Zaku in the heart like he did with Dosu, killing him instantly. Sasuke then goes for Kin. Naruto knew what Sasuke was going to do. He was gonna try and rape Kin, but he teleported between them and used his telepathy to make Sasuke go unconscious. Trying to put her through a fate worse than death, it is disgusting. You are an embarrassment to your clan. Naruto said in a very angry voice. Naruto turns to Kin, who is staring at him with a blush. He heard her thought and it was, he's my knight in shiny armor. Naruto holds out his hand for her so he could help her up and she accepts. Are you alright? Asked Naruto. Yes, thank you for saving me. But Dosu and Zaku, that Uchiha bastard, killed them in cold blood. Said Kin with tears in her eyes. Naruto then gets Tenseiga out and sees the messengers from the underworld, like what happened with Kimimaro. They were working for Orochimaru out of fear for their lives. This is something that I cannot accept. He thought, and he slashes them and the demons dissolve to nothing and they come back to life. Dosu and Zaku wake up and Dosu says, what happened? This is impossible, I should be dead. And Zaku says, how am I still alive? Hey, my arms, they're fixed. Dosu's stab wound healed and Zaku's arms were fixed as well. They look at Naruto in shock. You brought us back to life? Asked Dosu with Naruto nodding his head. But, how? Asked Zaku. Naruto holds up his sword Tenseiga. He begins to explain with everyone, minus Sasuke and Kiba, who are unconscious, hearing him. You see, how I was able to bring you back from the dead is simple. I used my sword. But swords cut and kill. What's so different about this sword? Asked Kin, who is confused. You see, the name of this sword is Tenseiga, and it is one of the Uzumaki clan's legendary weapons. Said Naruto. Those who know other than Team 11 are in awe at seeing the Tenseiga in action, with Tenten having stars in her eyes at the weapon. The Tenseiga is not a sword of killing, it is a sword of healing. Legend has it that the Tenseiga has the power to bring back the dead, heal the sick and banish the most corrupted tyrants to the underworld. Said Naruto. What are you saying? Asked Dosu. The Tenseiga can save 1,000 lives in one swing, but it only works once, so be careful and don't die again. Said Naruto. They nod and they leave, and Satsuki asks, Naruto-kun, why would you give them a second chance in life? Because they are working for Orochimaru out of fear, and I simply can't accept that. Explained Naruto. But why? Asked Natsuki. Well, if or when they decide to join Konoha, They can be under my protection as well as the protection of Sarutobi-sensei and Danzo-sama," said Naruto. "Naruto-kun, you're such a softie," teased Yakumo, and Naruto flicks her on the nose. "Ow," she yelped as she rubbed her nose. "Don't tease me and you won't get flicked in the nose again," warned Naruto, and Yakumo pouts playfully. "Meanie," she exclaimed. "Alright, let's get to the tower," said Naruto, and they go towards the tower. On the way there, they come across Kabuto. "Well, I didn't expect to run into you," he said, and Naruto says, "Kabuto, I want to tell you something in private, so when we get to the tower, I want to tell you something that you need to know. Go ahead and talk, there is nobody around but your teammates," said Kabuto. Naruto, not expecting this size. "Alright. The truth is that I'm a telepath and I looked into your memories," he explained. Kabuto's eyes widen at this. "Well, that's new. Never thought you had that kind of power, Naruto. But why did you look into my memories?" he asked. "So I can get a better understanding of you. You remember when Orochimaru told you that Danzo made Nono Yakushi not recognize you?" asked Naruto, making Kabuto stiffen at this. The girls noticed this and knew that this Nono Yakushi lady meant something to him. They wondered why he had the same last name as the lady that was mentioned. "Orochimaru-sama told me that Danzo made my mother not recognize me back then. I will have my revenge for what he did," growled Kabuto. The girls get horrified. They didn't know that Kabuto had it that bad. Having a mother not recognize you is truly heartbreaking. "Well, when I listened to what Orochimaru said to you, I was actually finding out what he was doing," said Naruto. "I don't get why you are bringing this up," asked Kabuto, confused at this. "Orochimaru said to you that Danzo made Nono Yakushi not recognize you, but it's a lie," said Naruto, making Kabuto horrified. "It was a lie. How could I not see this?" Kabuto asked himself. "Orochimaru used your grief to his advantage. You see, Kabuto, Danzo never made Nono Yakushi not recognize you. Danzo values family more than anything," explained Naruto, and Kabuto asks, "If Danzo wasn't the one who made my mother not recognize me, then who was it?" "It was Orochimaru who did that. I don't know how he did it, but I know it was him," said Naruto. "I can't believe I trusted that backstabbing snake," growled Kabuto. Naruto and his teammates are watching Kabuto begin plotting his revenge against a certain snake. "Kabuto-san, can you tell us how you met this Nono lady?" asked Natsuki. "She found me and took care of me as her own son. She was the only thing I had to a mother," explained Kabuto, uncomfortable talking about it. "Well, my telepathy lets me view the family tree of the ones I read the minds of, and Kabuto, my friend, Nono Yakushi is your biological mother," said Naruto, shocking the girls and Kabuto. Kabuto is shocked the most. He didn't expect this. Kabuto begins to cry tears of happiness that the mother that took him in is really his mother. "Can you tell us what happened to her?" asked Yakumo, getting a sad look from Kabuto. "She ambushed him when he was infiltrating Aiwa Fort. He fought back in self-defense, not knowing it was her. When he recognized her, he tried to save her life from the fatal wound he inflicted," explained Naruto, making the girls cry. It wasn't Kabuto's fault that this happened to him. "I couldn't save her, she died because of me," said Kabuto, feeling shame and regret. "Kabuto, it's not your fault, you didn't know it was her," said Naruto. "I just wish I could just tell her how sorry I am for what happened to her," said Kabuto, and Naruto says, "I may help you with that one, Kabuto." "And how can you help me with that?" asked Kabuto. "Do you know about the legendary Uzumaki weapons?" asked Naruto, getting a nod from Kabuto. "The weapons are real, and I wield the one thing that can give you the chance to be with your mother again," said Naruto. Kabuto is now shocked at this. "How?" he asked in shock. Naruto then says, "I wield Tenseiga, the sword of healing. I can use Tenseiga to resurrect Nono Yakushi from the dead, though she might not recognize you still, but with my telepathy, I should be able to fix that." "Naruto Uzumaki, if you can do that for me, then I would be in your debt," said Kabuto, now eternally grateful for what Naruto is doing for him. "When do you think will be a good time to resurrect her?" asked Naruto, and Kabuto says, "How about after the exams? Maybe after what we may need to do after the Forest of Death." "I can agree to that," said Naruto, and they go to the tower. Once at the tower, Team 11 and Kabuto go their separate ways, and Naruto along with his team are in a room. "What do we do now?" asked Yakumo. "Open the scrolls, we're at the end," said Naruto. "Okay, here we go," said Natsuki, and they open the scrolls. They begin to smoke, they go wide-eyed. This is a summoning jutsu, quick get rid of the scrolls. Naruto cried out and the girls throw the scrolls and out of the smoke Iruka appears along with Kushina. Congrats Team 11, you passed, said Iruka, and Kushina asked, how was it? Well, Sasuke got the curse mark from Orochimaru, said Yakumo making Kushina and Iruka wide-eyed. Anything else? Asked Iruka. I sensed an Anbu in the Forest of Death, said Naruto. Did you get anything from his mind? Asked Kushina. Yes. He was sent by Minato to look for any kunoichi in this part of the exams that have a kekkei genkai. There is a kunoichi from Iwa named Kuritsuchi. She wielded the lava style and boil style jutsu, said Naruto. You mean Onoki-sama's granddaughter? What is Minato thinking? Is he trying to start another war with Iwa? Said a angry Kushina. Iruka notices Karin and asks, who is this? This is Karin Uzumaki, the girl I told you guys about, said Naruto, and Karin becomes shy and hides behind Naruto. It's alright Karin, Ka-chan won't hurt you, she's an Uzumaki too, said Naruto in a soothing voice making Karin relax. Hello Karin-chan. I am Kushina Uzumaki, said Kushina sweetly, and Karin jumps into her arms. I'll take Karin-chan to Hiruzen. Naru-chan, I want you to warn the other kunoichis in the exams about Minato's plans for them when they get here, Kushina said, and Naruto says, will do. After that, Naruto and his teammates relax while they wait for the next part of the exams to begin, which won't be until tomorrow. Naruto found Kuritsuchi and her team. They thank him for what the battle and for what they did for them. Naruto said it was nothing, and he told Kuritsuchi Minato's plans for kunoichis with kekkei genkais. Kuritsuchi gets disgusted and thanked Naruto for the warning. Naruto also met other kunoichis that passed and warned them of Minato's plans as well. Naruto was in for a wild one tomorrow. He went to bed and went to sleep, getting rest for tomorrow.
That's all for now. If you want to see next part, then please like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.